Deep, we could.
Hey, Rick.
Remember where we are. Griff, we're pretty much in where we normally are, making terrible decisions.
Why change
I'm trying to decide.
lifetime?
Yes. One or two new people. Ken with his work is out at commission for 2 more weeks. May or may not be here. The second Ken.
God in the club, all restless, heart irritated resistance. I see you all alone at the distance. What an energy you're throwing me at. All I wanna do is run into you. You're scared, but I know you want me to. All I'm gonna do is rush into you. You know that I'm chasing. All I wanna do is run into you. You're scared, but I know you want me to. All I'm gonna do is come look for you. 'Cause I got no patience.
Did you ever get Tiamat's blood?
Oh, we haven't yet. I've been trying to persuade certain people that we need to declare war on Tiamat's camp. 'Cause then we'll totally get the blood.
Unless we die.
But if we die, at least we're dying in like a glorious way.
I suppose so.
And you know, in my logic, we have really good reasons for it. Because I remember the bathhouse, and like there were members of Tiamat, and they totally insulted us. And that is more than enough reason to desecrate everything that she holds dear. Here we go. We got third person. Good to have you back. It's really awkward when my aura has only been benefiting the enemies, because I think the only one that it benefits on our side beside me is Gripper.
Who's always dead after round 1 anyway.
No, he'll live. Don't worry. We got this. We just need we need to toss like improved invisibility and this. He'll survive forever. He died once, but you know, we totally killed each other.
As long as he was useful, he's happy to die. Yeah.
The best way.
Although because he's an imp now, I was thinking about that. And mind you, he's a familiar, isn't he? So if he dies on this plane, I'm trying to think that. I suppose he's a new guy. Yeah, it's a new guy every time then, isn't it?
It's the spirit of Grip. It's his spirit, and he was native to our plane. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fair. And we still got the fat vehicle as well. It's not been destroyed yet. Happy days.
But we have not broken it.
Yeah.
We'll try it. I'd have to drive it tonight. I think we've been having Ken drive it, but he's not here.
Yeah, he's been the main guy, hasn't he? Yeah, I'm no good at that.
I'm proficient.
Should be drinking and DMing. Bad practice.
Yeah, get a stronger beverage. Corona's not good enough.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna kill the music for now. Oh, actually. Alright. Cool. What do we see here? Hopefully it's not too weird. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at my little dude's face. Rocking a demon face for now. Yeah, okay, looks good. So how you guys been?
Pretty good.
Mostly good. I mean, it's pneumonia, but besides that.
Yeah, I feel you there, man.
Just waiting for the second chicken box bomb to drop.
Oh, chicken pox. Now, child, yeah?
Yeah, my boy had it last week, and he's obviously given it to his younger sister, and we're just waiting for her to sort of, yeah. So we're waiting for it to come out on her, and that's going to be in the next day or two.
Gotcha. Interesting. But why do I hear it? Oh, there she is. Okay. Great. Alright, cool. So hey guys, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since we last played. I'm Red. I'll be your DM for today, for today's game for tonight. This is the 12th session. We had to reschedule last week's session due to multiple reasons. But here we are. The last time the characters played, they were in the wrecked flying fortress, found themselves a mind flare, and wound up killing him, freed a patriarch, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, from his contract with Zariel, seeing as how the mind flayer controlled his mind and, basically made him sell his soul. And on your way out, along the way, you found the 9 rods Bell requested of you. Said they got stolen from him, and you were leaving the fortress when you saw a large billowing cloud in the distance that's reminiscent of war machines running around in the hellscape. So you have some time to decide what you'd like to do. And worst are muted.
And
Was there any,
then start talking. I think
was
we
there
should
a
go
plan
for
made last session? Yeah.
No, there was no plan made last session. I have not seen anybody talk about it in the chat, the Discord.
Well, most importantly, I think we were divided on our plan, but the opposing side is not present right now. So I think we should bring the rods to Bell, to show our favor, because honestly, someone is going to have to take over once Zerial is not in power anymore.
Do we like
That's just
Bell?
how this. The entire thing. We don't need to like Bell. Like, Bell can be a complete awful monster in Avernus because we're going to leave, and Avernus is the front line for the Blood War. She could, Bell can deal with the demons. Her contract is redeeming or taking care of Zerial. And I think we're taking the redeeming route. That sounds like a better route. You have this happy little elephant thing.
Yeah, we're gonna redeem Zerial.
Absolutely.
She's my
Stay,
buddy.
buddy. Yes. So at the same time, I feel like we could utilize this as. I want to persuade Bell by bringing this here, because obviously we want Bell to be the next in charge, and no longer in power. There's going to be that kind of like conflict.
Why?
To be in charge.
Why are we so anti? Why are we so anti-Zerial though, as opposed to Bell?
So it's not that we're anti-Zerial, it's that we've made an agreement to redeem Zerial. Once Zerial's redeemed, Zerial cannot be in charge here anymore.
Got you. So do we think that Bell being in charge may sway the Blood War in their favour? Because the last thing we want is for the Blood War to get settled and then them to all turn their eyes on.
Absolutely not. No.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Bell was the head of Avernus 50 years ago before Zerial showed up and was promoted by the higher ups.
This is the reality, is that Bell, when Bell takes over, Bell is not suddenly going to end the war. We know that's the fact. Because the reality is that I feel like the Devils are working at a good pace. The problem is that they're playing defense the entire time. They're killing the demons, but Avernus is constantly under attack, and we're okay with that. They can do whatever they. If the Blood War resolves itself, ever going to, or at least not while we're alive.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that could happen in my mind.
No, I disagree with this, because the reality is that Blood War resolves in favor of the Devils. Devils are creatures bound by contracts. They're not just going to come in and burn Faerun to the ground. They're already influencing. They're already in our population. We've already accepted that. We have
True.
Warlock.
but how much more powerful would they be if they had the time to devote all their attention to Faerun? Better to keep him tied up in a blood war for eternity, I'd say.
Bell has been in charge before and did not manage to finish the blood war previously. But more importantly, we need to figure out the way we want things to go so that when Zariel steps down, there isn't that brief period of conflict that will let the demons push further into Avernus. Because when they push further, they bleed over into Faerun. That's what we worry about. So going and setting up saying, Zariel's going to go home. Zariel's going to be happy. It's going to be wonderful. Lulu's going to be happy. And this is the next person in charge. And then we don't have to worry about this. And then I go kill him.
Reasonable.
That sounds like a plan. And right now, there are 2 people vying for that position. Because we got Bell, but we also have Tiamat. And I don't know what Tiamat is capable of. I mean, for all we know, Tiamat's locked in chains. I don't care. I just know Tiamat has a camp, and anything we can do to reduce her strength so that she can absolutely not take the mantle sounds like a win to me. So persuade Bell. If I believe we met some of the commanders. If Bell can throw some people to fight the front lines, and we can take out the commanders. It's a win. It's a win-win. We're taking out people that have slighted us because, Tiamat's existence is a disgrace. And Bell suddenly isn't having to deal with strong, commanders of Tiamat.
Well, yeah, I think the cult of the dragon had been a royal pain in the arse for a long time, haven't they? Whereas Bell hasn't really done much in Faerun.
When was the last time you heard Bell coming out and trying to destroy the world? I haven't.
Yeah.
Busy with the blood war, I get that. Tiamat, as I recall, a couple years back, Tiamat decided they wanted to come out to play, destroy the world. I'm really not okay with that. So they could have their war here because, honestly, if they make this place even more of a hellscape than it is, who cares? We're going home.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Waterdeep, we're going to have a great time. We'll have drinks. We'll kill Hallister. That's going to be a good time.
Hate that guy.
Well, I think that we go return this. We do, sure. Is it the best and purest thing? No. But you know what? The best and fully purest people, they're not here right now. And the problem with it is that, unfortunately, we're in a situation that we have to look at the bigger picture, and I think we are. Bigger picture is we need someone to fill that gap so that things do not become worse. Let's be honest, none of us want to try to fill that gap. I don't want to replace Zariel. I don't think you want to. None of us want that role. But, like all things, that Bell will remember. Will Bell like us? Probably not. But will Bell remember us in the future as we were useful? Quite possibly. And that could be beneficial for us in the future. That could be beneficial for Waterdeep in the future. Because Waterdeep is that's the place we're worried about. We're worried about Elturel. We'd like that to come back home. And have a crater anymore. But that's
yeah. Chiron's probably in agreement, but he's wondering what Bell's offering us to help her.
So I think Bell might have. Was it Bell might know where the sword is? So
Yeah, so Bell knows where the sword is, yeah. That's what they
we
tell you.
need. So we need Zerial sword because this sword is probably going to be the thing that, like, combined with Lulu's wonderful demeanor, to help remind Zerial that things are not bad. Because remember, Zerial used to not be this.
Yeah, we need the sword. I'm sure of it.
Like the Blood War. I get this. Zerial went through a lot of terrible things. Used to be probably a better person. Dealt with a lot of violence, and may have lost their way. I get that. You know, I think I used to help orphans. Now I think to myself, how am I going to kill Hallister today? Your objectives change. But we need to remind Zerial that it's okay to let go. That Zerial worked hard, but no.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. Anybody got any counter arguments?
I think the ones with the counter argument might have been Dusk, and he's not present.
Fair enough then.
Alright, so
As you're like looking around, the billowing dust, you can see it kind of start to fade, and you start to see a figure. They appear to have noticed you and are waving in your direction.
Howdy.
They're quite a ways away. I mean, they're not like 30 feet or whatever. They're kind of like off in the distance. You'd have to go and approach them if you'd like to speak to them.
Yeah,
or
I'll
you can
head
ignore
over.
them, and that's fine too. You can go on and talk to Belle if you'd like.
I'll go and say hello. Did we long rest or anything between sessions?
You just got out of the whatever flying fortress after your fight with the Mind Flayer and whatever.
Do you remember prior to the last session, have I got spell slots basically from a short rest?
I think we've long rested since then.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I can't keep track of all that, honestly, so it's
Yeah,
whatever.
sorry, man.
You do you.
Most of us, we haven't had a long rest since last time Kyron's been here, but I know most of us are down on resources.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you now.
Yeah.
Alright, I was trying to talk the whole time. I'm switching from crispy bacon to Fletcher croquettes. Fletcher is a wizard. Hopefully that can help the team do the thing.
I'm doing the thing.
Well, I hope we can all do the thing that's rather important to everyday life.
I'm 2 fighter, archery, fighting style, and 11 divination wizard. And I'm here to help. It's El Terrell from Avernus.
Wonderful.
Yeah, unless he wants to like introduce himself in any particular way, we're gonna Rick and Morty this. The mind worms or whatever. Like, he's been here the whole time. So,
Yeah, that works perfectly.
I mean, AL being what it is, kind of tough to do anything otherwise, honestly. Unless you wanted to, like, you could tell me how you happen upon these people during this scene if you want.
Alright, as Crispy looks out in the crowd, he sees his friend, Fletcher, and he's like, "Yo, Fletch, you gotta cover these people, man. They mad weird, dude. I'll have you next time." They kind of fist bump and headbutt, and he leans down and headbutts the much shorter man. And then he walks away, and all of a sudden, Fletcher becomes Crispy.
Welcome to the group. We're keeping the blood war intact. Fantastic. Pull you along. So let's head back. Go do the thing. Give the rock. And yeah.
Let me show you the person that you saw. It appears to be an Eladrin fellow, and he's got a broken down war machine, next to him, and he's trying to get your attention.
So this is the person that has the rod. So we don't have the rods yet.
No. So this dude right here, you have the rods. You have all the rods. They came out of a safe, and Dusk was able to, add a character, just guess that the combination to lock was 666. And so you have all the rods right now. And as you guys were talking about where you were going to go to next, you know how space and time and all the rest of that is kind of weird here in Avernus. You saw like a mirage become a dust cloud, become this figure trying to wave you down.
Okay. We'll go and approach. How's it going?
And he has a very large smile on his face as you approach, and he says, "Oh, hello, friends. Beautiful day for a walk." He obviously jokes. He says, "I was wondering if maybe you could help me out. I'm trying to get to the Blood Bowl, and I'm having some issues."
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and honestly, I don't care. So you're on your own. I'm gonna head to the vehicle.
He says, "Hold on there. The gang and I, it'll be worth it to you. We can offer you some, something for your trouble."
See, do you happen to be in the possession of an army that we can use to attack Tiamat?
No army. I have my demon grinder here. Inside, I've got a couple, some of my crew, bearded devil, animated armor, that sort of thing. See, you understand, my gang and I, we were set to participate in the Blood Bowl, and then the driver of the demon grinder here, Jim Bob. Well, Jim Bob, he had too many. And when he was driving, he crashed while trying to pour some demon ichor into the machine. And then now his arms are all wobbly tentacles. And because my driver's all messed up, I'm gonna be forced to forfeit all my machines, and they're gonna be somebody else's, one of the other rival gangs. And I don't really want that. If you're willing to help, join my gang for the contest, and we'll win all of the machines and soul coins.
What the hell? What do you guys think?
Kaiwan's well keen.
Lulu, we're gonna do a recreational break. This is gonna be good for your mental health. We're gonna go beat the hell out of things.
Oh, I don't know about this. This is, we have the sword. We got these rods here. You know about the rods? Maybe you can help us, figure out a way.
We figured out the way, but we'll help out this person. I mean,
and then remember that invisible imp? He chimes in and he's like,
"Shut up about the rods, alright? Think you want to go back to Bell? We got work to do."
So, friends, I mean, it's a friendly contest held by Mahadi, the Wandering Emporium. It's the Blood Bowl. It's pretty awesome.
Well, if you've got multiple machines, and you're only down one driver, why don't you get one of your other drivers?
I'll be forced to forfeit if I don't have if I don't have it all together. I
think the other vehicles are probably at the stadium, and the players are all here. It's like they have their cars there, but the tour bus is stuck here.
So he's in front of a Devil's Ride. It's not. Yeah. He's in front of a Devil's Ride, and he's got a Demon Grinder there, and it's piloted by a bunch of people that are Mad Max looking, and yeah, he needs your help.
The other?
I mean, you're the friendly sort, yeah?
Typically, yes, but not for people wanting me to drive the Infernal War Machine to the Blood Bowl.
I mean, we're in the semifinals. It's going to be Bitter Breath versus Princeps Kovic. And then it'll be us against Feanor.
Who does Feanor support?
Oh, Feanor. Well, I mean, they I think they're in it for themselves. They're they're an archmage with milky white eyes and a parasol made of bones and human flesh. From what I know, they're a powerful necromancer.
Come on, guys.
You need us to fix your vehicle? You guys need a ride? What do you need? What do you actually want us to do?
I want you to participate. Join my gang. And help us win. It's going to be challenging combat of the mechanical sort on Infernal War Machines.
I can't drive, but I'm up for helping. It's time for a bit of fun. This place is bleak.
Yeah, I mean, the place is trying to drain the joy out of it, and honestly,
I mean, Bell's kind of waiting for you. You don't want to anger Bell, right?
well, we'll get to Bell. I mean, Bell knows we're coming back. We got this, and to be fair, Bell didn't exactly give us.
I got an idea. How about you give me the rods, and then that way when you go to Bell, you'll go ahead and explain to him.
The only problem is if that happens, we lose all leverage. So.
Oh no, you'll know you were successful. It's pretty good. It's pretty awesome.
This is Lulu or the Imp?
That's the Imp.
Alright, did the Imp give us his name?
I'm sure he gave you something to call him.
Alright.
It's like cats. You ever hear cats have 3 names?
Yes. Here's the 3 names. No. So come on. Alright, guys. Let's go make terrible life decisions.
Oh, why thank you very much. I appreciate the help. Let's head on over to the Wandering Emporium. Oh, look, there it is. And it looks like the Wandering Emporium has stopped at the edge of the Blood Bowl. And a temporary grandstand for Mahadi and his invited guests have been constructed on one side. And there's a big old audience there of Emporium clientele and other roamers of Avernus. You're watching the first fight, just seeing how as the battle is happening, because this is the semifinals, right? And it's Bitter Breath versus Princeps Kovic. And let's see if I can give you some of that. Sorry, I had to try to mute myself because my children are animals. All right, so here's some, you're seeing them and their crews in battle, doing their thing, right? And now you have handouts. So you see Bitter Breath with his Infernal Screamer on his Tormentor, and it starts like ripping into some of the people on the other war machine, killing some of the teammates of Bitter Breath. And like he's got himself like Hobgoblin Warlords. Bitter Breath has Hobgoblin Warlords and Hobgoblin Captains and the like. And he's tearing into him. And then you see the claws on a pair of his scavengers. Just slicing up the other Infernal War Machine. And although Princeps Kovic has his bearded devils, and they look very regimented, and he keeps saying things like "Eighth Remnant to me." It looks like Bitter Breath, he cheats and starts using like Demon Ichor and makes himself go faster and all kinds of fun Mad Max looking shenanigans. And the High Garage, I guess is some. Let's see, who the hell is the High Garage? Sorry about that. I didn't see this word in here before. But there's a bunch of taunts on behalf of Bitter Breath, and the people are having a good old time. He says, you see, he being Smiler, says, you see, it's a wonderful spectacle. I just love battles like this. Can't wait to get in on the action.
Do you provide like team jerseys or anything?
Why yes, common clothes team jerseys. You're in my gang now, so Smiler the Filer's gang. That's who you're a part of. We'll be winners. It's gonna be amazing. And you take you see the area that everything's in, and it's a wide oval-shaped swath of wasteland that is framed in bones and littered with small pools of bubbling tar. And they've gone over the rules. Really simple. The 4 warlord gangs are going to compete in 2 semi-final matches. The winner of each will be determined when one team either dies or concedes, and the winner of each semi-final round takes ownership of the losing team's machines for use in the finals, which will take place 2 hours at the end of the semi-finals. The winner of the final round gets to keep the losing team's machines, thus ending up with all 4 gangs' machines. So basically, the Avernus warlords, Avernian warlords, this is a way that they're gonna consolidate. And you see Mahadi's over there, very, very excited, clapping, cheering for people.
Oh, our war machine's not on the line, correct?
No. You're going to be taking part in Smiler's gang. And let's see.
Go the Defilers.
That's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty accurate.
Is Mahadi able to sell us any buffs or anything like that for the old soul coins at this point?
Yeah, if you have soul coins, then he will be happy to sell you whatever you need, from the AL thing.
Is that something we're interested in, guys? I think I've still got one, unless you guys used it in the last session where I wasn't here.
I thought we had a few. But
you each keep track of your own soul coins, so if you didn't use it, then you didn't use it.
I've got one listed on my sheet, so I think
Right.
might be able to get something. Yeah, let me get that list up if I can find it.
Anybody else want to make any purchases?
No, I'm okay.
I'm going to. For me. I might as well set up this bowl. What's up?
Fletcher doesn't need to make any purchases.
Okay. Just go ahead and drag yourselves to the center here. There's no actual map for this, so a bowl it is. This is your bowl. It is square shaped.
Sorry, Red, I'm struggling to find that list of stuff we can buy. You haven't got it in a handout or anything in the mod, have you, by chance?
No, it's it would be in the DM's Guild pack, player pack or whatever, the ALCC. I don't have it downloaded right this second.
Yeah, that reminds me. Cheers.
We be dragging ourselves somewhere, just towards
Just
them.
to the center of the map. We'll adjust this here shortly. Okay, so he's got himself a. I'm gonna start adding some folks. We got that guy. Gotta get Smiler the compiler.
Do you want me to readjust my aura? Right now it's saying 0.63.
Yeah, do whatever.
Or free, if it bothers you.
No, I'm good. Whatever you need to do.
Would I have time to resummon Gripper?
Sure.
Lovely.
Demon Ride. Or excuse me, Devil's Ride. And his team got Demon Grinder. Great. And so Feanor's Demon Grinder has itself a cool saw on the front of it instead of a normal demon grinder. In fact, it's what do they call it? It is called a demon ripper. A demon ripper. It seems surprisingly mobile. It's an armored tank that emits a high-pitched screech as it tears into obstacles and enemies in its path with the help of a large magical circular saw mounted on the front of the vehicle. And the saw is affectionately referred to as the Wheel of Death. Alright, we have here Feanor. We got his crew. So I wasn't sure if you were going to go this route or not, and unfortunately I didn't have it prepared. Got his ghouls. Okay. Alright, that's gonna be interesting.
each soul coin has 3 charges. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. You have to keep track on your sheet, however many charges you use. Do you have 1 soul coin on you?
I do. Yeah, I'm just considering a hero's feast, but just looking up what
Do you
exactly
know
we would get.
where you got your soul coin from? At all? I'm just like a random thing. Is it from here, or from someplace else, or what?
I think we got it when we gambled with the succubus.
Great.
Do you
Okay.
remember that?
Perfect. This is for me. Yeah. So your coin, you take a look at it, and you see on the coin itself, you get a sense of the soul that's in there, you know, and they're kind of they got kind of a elven feel to them. You know that you can query the whatever, and then you see like inscribed on the bottom there, Aaron Willows. That's the face of an elven female in torment.
Cool. It doesn't really deter me from trading it with Mahadi, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to spend a coin on giving a hero's feast to everyone, if that's okay.
Sure.
If we have an hour before the start of the semi-final, though, that would be.
Sure.
Lovely. Chow time, guys.
Appreciate that.
You hear Aaron's soul getting consumed as part of your hero's feast is being cooked up.
Could have been a bad person. Awesome.
Alright, so we got one of the gang people. I almost feel like I should color code these guys so that way it might be easier.
Kyron, I'm gonna roll the 2d10 for us.
Yep, on the way.
On 20.
Look, guys, this game's not gonna work out for me tonight. Sorry about that. I got.
Okay.
Dope.
And then there were 3.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, people have stuff they gotta do, so.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm gonna be on the, the D&D, DDAL Adventures Wanted thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a guest on that tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nice. What, like on camera or just like phone in or what?
Yeah, on over Skype or Zoom, I believe they use.
Nice. Good luck with it, dude.
Specific subject or the whole thing?
I'm gonna be one of the guests. I'm sure there's several. And I guess they're gonna ask me just about extra life stuff and I guess the D&D random D&D fitness thing I was doing, and not sure what else.
Yeah, I still want to start up some kind of UK equivalent to the extra life thing that you do, Red. If I start running a hardcover.
I think Child Play does
Yeah.
it.
Child Play, what is that, a UK charity though?
I think Child's Play is international. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe so. Just so you guys know, this is an encounter out of the Platinum Edition of Baldur's Gate. And so I can offer you the soul coins.
Oh. Is that the new stuff that they released?
Baldur's Gate Platinum Edition is something that came from Beetle and Grimm with a bunch of extra content, a new like bonus encounters, and has a bunch of physical swag for when you're playing. I have like a physical stuffed Lulu along with like pins and random stuff. But it also comes with certain AL benefits. So those who play get to enjoy them if they want. But yeah, this encounter is entirely optional. So if you don't want to do it, then we don't have to. You can bail now and move on to the other content.
We're committed.
Yeah, we're committed.
Yep.
Or football.
Alright, so he's got his animated armor here. Somebody want to drive for him? The Bearded Devil can't do it anymore.
Red,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, as you may be aware, there was that new content that was released. Infernal.
Yeah. What about it?
There's tricks that you can do in vehicles in that content.
Okay.
Just asking if that is on the table for you.
Sure. Sounds great.
Drive.
Sounds good to me. You guys want to use those, then feel free.
So where do you need us to be? In the Demon Grinder?
So let's see. I believe Demon Grinder here. Let me double check. Demon Grinder can hold 8 medium creatures. So anything, like we have these 8 animated armor in there. You can have them get out if you want. And for every one of you that goes into this thing, or goes onto it.
The vehicles we have 2?
He has his Devil's Ride and 1 Demon Grinder.
and the opposing team has 2 tormentors and a demon grinder.
Yes. They have a demon ripper, which is like a
Can
demon
we-
grinder, but with a different modified piece on the front.
Could we have been able to bring...
Sorry, go ahead.
After you.
I was going to say, can we use our demon grinder?
Sure.
Do you want to do that,
It's-
guys?
Yeah, I think that won't be a bad idea, because that way we at least have as many vehicles. Can the animated armors drive that vehicle, though?
They need... It's weird. Yeah, I think they messed up with this because it's supposed to be... I'm gonna make it 7 animated armors and 1 bearded devil that used to be able to drive, but he's got tentacles now. So somebody can take over for here, and you can use your demon grinder if you'd like.
Okay.
Gil,
Are
you able to drive?
Gil, would you be willing to drive our demon grinder?
I think we best bet is leave ours out of it. I mean,
Yeah,
Tell the animated armor to sit out like be cheerleaders.
so we'll have that, and then you guys jump in.
Maybe we could send a couple of animated armors over to our vehicle as well for a bit of a backup.
But if we don't have 2, I think the issue is drivers. Like, I'm able to drive, but I don't think anyone else is proficient with driving, so sending the armors over.
It's okay, you just don't have your proficiency when added, that's all. So you can still drive, you're just not good at it.
Yeah, I'd rather just...
Okay. Your team can Mad Max it, so that's cool. We'll have these guys hanging out. They're the cheering section. Mahadi is very excited about what's going to happen.
Okay, so we're not using our vehicle then now.
We're gonna just use this.
Okay.
If we lose terribly, our vehicle's still intact.
Yeah. Totally true.
So we're gonna have to pay Mahadi to repair it, and
So who's on what weapon station? You have your this demon grinder here. Demon grinder has certain abilities. Let me pull him up here. Okay, so you should be able to see that, right? Who's at the helm?
I'll be at the helm. Yep.
You have somebody on a chopper, wrecking ball, harpoon flingers, or just hanging out, like on top of it. Each station has its benefits, like cover and whatnot. But if you're like on top of the vehicle, then you're just Mad Maxing it, no cover.
I'd like, if you're okay, Gil, to take the wrecking ball station.
that's completely fine. My more concern is I don't think I'll be using any of the equipment. I'll be more interacting personally with the opposing team. But my concern is what's the condition to move from station to station? If that's even possible.
Getting into the station is not. I'll just have it as movement. I don't see anything about. Other than movement, just you're in the vehicle. You're at the station.
Yep. I'll sit in one of the side harpoons and leave the other one empty.
Sure.
I don't think...
Well, the other guy, he'll go. Or what do you want the animated armor to do? So just so you're aware, like this whole vehicle, like if they can target this vehicle, they can target you. Just have like if you're in a station, then you have half cover. Or if you're at the helm, three-quarters cover.
I'll just sit in my chair then.
Cool.
I'd say put them in the harpoon flingers and one in the chomper and the rest hanging out on top.
Yeah. Harpoon flinger, purple. Wrecking ball. Anybody hit wrecking ball?
Yeah, Chiron's in the wrecking ball.
All right, and then one in the chomper then. Chomper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Gripper as well.
Fine, he
Gripper
can
can
just
just
be on top.
fly invisibly. Yeah, he'll just be invisible near.
Sure, and then you have 2 animate armors that are just bebopping on top. Right. Or 3 rather. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and get the battle going here. You have the Infernal War Machine rules, I believe they've already been shared with you, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Great. Alright, cool. So let me pull this up here. And so in the area you can see tar pits and quicksand and whatnot. This is mostly like there's no map for this little encounter thing. Not really. So what we have on this battle grid is just kind of like just to have something there, right? So I wouldn't be overly concerned about all the rest of it. Very much theater of the mind. So let's go ahead and roll initiative for us. I'm just gonna have the animated armor on 1. I'll have groups, so Mesoloths will get 1, Crawling Hands they'll get 1, Ghouls, you know.
What the?
So we'll have 2 separate sets of Mesoloths. One will be pink, and the other one will be yellow. Awesome. Okay, cool. Anybody need a quick break? It's been about an hour of this, so I don't know if anybody needs to use restroom or whatever. Are you ready to go?
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So Smiler gets his trademark insidious grin, and he says, "This is the day we'll become legends. Trust me." And so he goes ahead and he starts moving forward towards these guys, and he does like a cool trick, or at least he tries to.
Defilers on 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Defilers.
Yeah, and the mark down that you have inspiration, because that means you're happy. And he will speed towards the opposing group with his action. And you know, he's just trying to get the crowd riled up. Gil, Gil.
Seeing
Your
as
vehicle's currently not moving. You have to wait for your driver to move you. Unless you want to get out of the vehicle, and that's fine too.
no, not yet. Yeah. That's the case. Cool. Yeah, I'll just the vehicle's not a creature, correct?
It is a gargantuan vehicle.
Okay. Then At the moment, I'll just cast Sanctuary on myself and ready a harpoon. If I see the lady.
Alright, Orst.
Room. Rev that engine and let's go.
Alright, you're gonna charge any of these in particular?
Obviously, embrace no fear, and we're gonna go for the biggest thing.
Alright, cool. So, yeah. Easily start heading towards it. Anything else you'd like to do?
So they can target anybody. That was my action, correct?
Yeah, they're currently not moving, so if you wanted to try something, like a stunt or something, you totally could.
I don't have any that are going to get me closer.
This is just, like I said, I just don't want to deal with everything on top of another. So, whatever, any of these stunts or anything you want to try, then you can.
This action. Reading through these. Okay, these are checks. Oh, that'd be awful. No, because I'm looking through this and I'm actually in terrible shape for any of these abilities.
Okay.
Ready.
Alright. Mezzalons.
No, that's
Go
action.
ahead.
No, it's an action, sorry.
Yeah. So these guys will go ahead. The driver will go and start heading to you and try to. No, I just don't want to overlap all of you. All right, so he'll move closer, and that's his action. And then on the Tormentor we have one Harpoon Flinger, and I'm gonna do an ability check. Give me a Dexterity, like an Acrobatics, to see if you can like kind of get out of the way or whatever, or make it difficult for these guys to jump onto your vehicle. We'll do an opposed, of course.
Me to do acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll do an opposed. We got 1 and 2, and 3.
I'm aboard.
Okay, so one of them will be able to jump on. Oh, 2. Great. So 2 will jump on. 1 will have fallen to the ground trying to get there. And these 2, they'll start trying to attack. 1 will try to attack Orst with his 25 AC plus half or 3/4 cover, and 1 will try to attack one of the animated armors. Multi-attack. We'll make 1 attack with claws and 1 attack with trident. Doesn't have. Like it didn't crit, so it's not going to hit Orst. And the next one, it's actually going to, it's going to cast. It's going to cast a spell. Anybody? Can people? Anybody can counterspell in here or no?
What I can counterspell. What is this creature though? That's doing
It's a Mezzalon.
Do they look pretty beefy, like high level casters?
They look like this. You got a trident, you got claws.
Would I know if they're likely to have very powerful magic?
You can use your reaction to figure out what it's trying to do with an Arcana, or you can just try to cast.
Yeah, counter spell for a warlock though uses a beast of a spell slot.
No, maybe it's worth it.
It's all up to you.
No, I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, you know what? I guess it doesn't matter because it can innately cast the following spell. So I will go ahead and...
You can still counter a spell and innately cast a spell.
I am? I always was told no.
No, you can. You're still casting a spell. If it was an innate ability, then obviously you could.
It requires no material component, so maybe if it requires something else, I don't know. But I'm not worried about it. But I will need a Constitution saving throw from everything in this vehicle, but I don't think it'll actually matter because you'll have the Hero's Feast as it tries to bombard you with poison.
Hey, nice. Soul coin well spent.
Even an animated armor is safe as a cloud kill engulfs the inside of this thing. Alright, big guy's turn. And they're gonna go ahead, and they are actually not driving because they got all kinds of cool spells. And they're standing on the back of this. Imagine like the warlord dude or whatever in Mad Max, right? The big fat guy with like all the hoses and whatever. Like he's not gonna subject himself to driving, but what he will do is he sees Orst there.
Does not see Oris there because the area is heavily obscured thanks to Cloud Kill.
Oh yeah. He's gonna have his guys drop concentration. Since you can drop concentration anytime. He's like, you idiot! Stop that! I can't do my job.
Still takes time to disperse though.
Does it?
Double checking the ruling on it. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Let's see here. It's a concentration spell, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, okay.
So, I think if you're thinking like smoke or whatever, I don't know.
Lasts for the duration or until strong wind disperses it, technically dropping concentration.
Yeah, that's the duration. Alright, cool. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to try to cast a spell at you. Is anybody trying to stop this spell?
Yeah, I'll go for this one.
Okay.
It'll be a 5th level counter spell.
Roll your Arcana.
Honor the counter spell check.
The counter spell check. I thought that was Arcana for some reason. Is that not it?
It'd be so nice. No, it's just your ability modifier.
Well, if you'd be so kind.
Yes.
We need Cairo.
Ooh, very good. As he wastes a 9th level spell slot.
Oof, yeah. Glad I counted that, whatever it was.
Yeah, it just fizzles and he seems really pissed off. As he has no more of those. He went for the gold here. He wants to win all the war machines. Chiron, your turn. You have a reaction pack.
Yeah, so I use my reaction. I'm going to.
Yeah, no, you have it back, right? It's your turn now.
Oh yeah, of course. So I didn't like that guy. I'm gonna have to try to banish him, and the driver of, and also the driver of probably this vehicle, the Northern Tormentor. So they need to make.
What do you need from me?
Charisma. Oh my. Sorry, my phone's cutting me out. Charisma saves from both him and the driver, please, from banishment.
Okay. So, what's the DC?
DC 20.
Oh, damn. Alright, well, one got banished. And the other one's probably got banished too. Yep. 2 dudes banished.
Cool. I'm going to banish them back to Faerun for a bit. Let them have a little bit of fun at least. For a minute.
It just puts them in pocket dimension. You said, are they native to this plane? Are they?
One is native to this plane, and the other one goes back home, which is, it is Faerun. Feanor is, he's a dude.
Cool.
A human being.
He's not here. That's considered a forfeit, right?
It's considered what?
Forfeit?
What's that?
Let's see. Roll a d20 for me, or d100 for me.
Sorry, what am I rolling for?
No, not you. Orst.
Mm.
I'm gonna roll. Okay, so you know what? The rolls I don't think are necessary. I think you're probably right here.
That was those rules for why we had helped this guy. Didn't show up as a forfeit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's actually like he's a necromancer. None of his all of his little dudes are going crazy. He's not here to maintain. It's just madness. It's like.
I see what's happening now. So he was the leader, and so forfeit the whole thing. You mean? Got you.
Yeah, honestly, the Mesloths they hear the madness ensue. This thing is just going crazy, and then they're like, oh well, boss is gone. Start like just like skedaddling. I guess they don't have any reason to stay.
That was the greatest use of a fifth level slot.
I mean,
yeah.
If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise returning to its own plane. And if the spell ends before 1 minute, they come back, but if not, they don't come back.
Even if he comes back in a minute, he would probably have to plane shift, and it's not going to necessarily put him with Avernus. It's not guaranteed to put him right here.
I'm not even gonna try. I don't have plane shift prepared, so otherwise I would have plane shifted you, right? Cool. No, I think you guys win.
Sweet.
Yeah. Alright, all my preparation for nothing.
Sorry, dude.
I'm not sad about it. I think it was very good. What do you guys think? If you're satisfied with this, then I'm satisfied too.
I'm intrigued as to who the commentator is awarding man of the match to, because I think Chiron's got a strong shout for that one.
If it's not you, it's Gripper for like the support growl for doing this.
Yeah. So Mahadi's actually kind of annoyed. He's like, I had good money on him to at least take out half of your people, but no, whatever the odds were. But Smiler, he says it's impossible to think we won't win it all. And he comes back on his Devil's Ride and he like high fives everybody like in the crowd. You know, some of them try to rip him off, but good job. So now you have
defilers.
Ignore that perception check. I clicked around and hit the wrong thing. But now you have a perfectly good Demon Ripper to use if you'd like. It's a huge vehicle. With all kinds of stuff. It's got an additional Ichor boost, magic weapons, prone deficiency, with a Wheel of Death. I don't have it built in the game, honestly, but.
Oh, so I thought it was a demon grinder, but no, it's something bigger, is it? Or
yeah, it's
better?
like a demon. It's a demon ripper. It's a surprisingly mobile armored tank that emits a high-pitched screech as it tears the obstacles and enemies in its path with the help of a large mechanical circular saw mounted on the front of the vehicle. The saw is affectionately referred to as the Wheel of Death. It's a vehicle specific to the Platinum Edition.
Got you.
Nice. So there's 4 Mezzoloths now that are out of a job.
Okay, where are you going with this?
I'm gonna go to try to recruit them because obviously they need a new employer and we can pay them.
Alright, let me hear what you got. And just roll the persuasion or whatever if you feel like it.
Alright, so I'm gonna approach them. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I speak a language that they can understand.
I speak telepathy.
Okay, so they're gonna good because I speak Draconic and Common. So, as you may have noticed, unfortunately, your previous employer was fairly disappointing. We, however, plan to go for the gold, and when we win, that means that we're going to come into some good money. You seem to be familiar with this vehicle, and obviously are much more competent than whatever is currently roaming around the inside of it. Humans, am I right? But you should come join us for glory and winning and, souls.
And so these, chitness-covered, human-sized insect people are easily attracted to the powerful the promise you've made to them about reward and violence. And they very enthusiastically start climbing onto your vehicle like a bunch of Florida love bugs.
So they know how to drive, correct?
Yeah.
So let's put them in the demon grinder that we just acquired.
Okay. The demon ripper.
Oh.
Or the demon.
I wouldn't mind test driving the demon ripper. I'm gonna get on there as well.
It's gilded. It's covered in gold as well.
Oh, we'll move on to that one.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to have that bling bling.
Sure.
With that thing. And we'll have them manning the vehicle we were on.
Sure.
Give a smiler of worst case scenario, you got a new gold one.
I reckon we should split the animated armors as well, so we got a bit of sort of melee defense as well. So half and half on each.
I'll take the guys off that we're not on things.
I mean, we've got the two.
We had some that in the
the cheerleaders. We can use them.
Yeah, I was about to say, we can grab the cheerleaders.
One of the cheerleaders.
Athos.
Oh yeah, no, you have 2 vehicles. My bad. So you accumulate this one. So these are now you've upped your vehicle count from 2 to 5. There you go.
We need a driver and a shield guardian for that one as well, don't we? So do you want to take one off the demon grinder?
Okay.
Yeah. Smiler, since we know he has, superb driving skills, if he would lead us into battle in one of the larger vehicles. Obviously,
he's like, that's his baby. That you see, it's all custom, like 70s. Like he's got a wizard or something with a big beard and a unicorn and all kinds of fun crap. This is, the Devil's Ride is.
It's his hog.
Are these scrubs worthy enough to be, to bask in its glory?
Basically, yeah.
Well, we've got a gold-plated demon ripper now, mate. So I think we're up there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's very excited about the proposition of the Defilers now riding into battle in this golden chariot, especially since it was Feanor's. So, but that concludes the semifinals. Would you like to take a break before you have 2 hours between now and the finals?
So I'd definitely short rest for the old spell slots. Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. I think we're gonna take a real quick break. I guess I'll type this stuff up in the handout. I guess. Maybe I can make a copy of one of these items. But yeah, let's take a quick break so I can give you Demon Ripper character sheet. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
Alright, here it goes. We'll go to a break for right now.
Whenever a family has a child with an illness, you never know where that journey's going to take you. And we always prayed for a miracle.
She was the flyer. She's the one that they would, get and throw into the air.
She was this cute, petite, tiny little girl with just a head full of long blonde hair. She wasn't afraid of heights. In fact, she wasn't really afraid of anything.
I've got a story just like anyone else. A wise man said, this too shall pass. Oh yeah. High and on, I'm gonna go all the way this time. Flying, never coming down. Gonna reach the stars. I'm going high.
We had noticed she had just gotten weak. I said, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "You're a tumbler. You can tumble and do backflips, without knowing." And it progressed from that to she fainted a couple of times. And we thought it was, she's got a virus or whatever. So I took her into the doctor the next day, and they immediately sent us to Texas Children's Hospital.
She was just, from the moment I met her, she was about 11 years old, she just had a sort of magical presence about her, and nothing would keep that girl down.
Victoria was diagnosed at the age of 11 and a half with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The cure rate for leukemia is the 80%. When Victoria was told that she had cancer, that's the only time we saw her cry. And Dr. Dreyer walked in and told her that 80%, 85% rate cure. So Victoria accepted that. She said she wasn't worried anymore.
In today's world, we cure, go away forever, about 80% of children. In 1965, we cured 5% of children. So the improvement is unbelievable. And Victoria actually had a particular subtype of ALL that the cure rate should have even been better than that.
Victoria's treatment was to take 2.5 years. And at the end of 2.5 years of chemo, Victoria was to be finished with her treatment.
So during that time, you know, she had some good days, she had some bad days.
When she was sick, she still would put on her cheerleading suit and go do cheerleading. I have lots of pictures and important memories in my office, and one of the ones that I get to see every day is my beautiful picture of Victoria as an angel at our Camp Periwinkle. I'm the camp doctor. I've been the camp doctor for 20 plus years. And I took a little girl who was suffering from cystic fibrosis and cancer. And she was in Tori's cabin. But Victoria would come around, 11:30 in the morning, 12, get this little girl all ready for the day's activities for the afternoon. And she got this little girl ready to go to the dance. I will never forget that little girl at that dance. What a wonderful support Tori was, because without Tori, this little girl would never have had the camp experience that she did.
She feels great. How does my heart sound?
It's a little off. It kind of sounds like a bunny. I like bunnies.
Oh, you like bunnies?
I love them.
Okay, you're good. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Frickback and see what she has to say.
Well, what's your name again?
My name is Bunny McBunkbunk.
Well, Bunny McBunkbunk, today our breaking story is about a little dog named Arfie. Let's ask Arfie how
In 2005, Texas children held their first radiothon with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, and that's where we met Doc.
We were doing a radiothon at a radio station in Houston, Texas, and she was the kind of kid that you could hear her coming long before she got to your soundproof studio. She was very full of energy. She was just 10 or 11 years old and was already considered a long-term survivor of leukemia.
You know, here she is, lying up in bed, tubes connected to her. She didn't go and cry about it or bemoan her situation. She went around to try to visit these other kids to make them feel better. And I think that's the legacy of her.
At the end of 2.5 years, when Victoria's treatment was over, they performed another spinal tap and a bone marrow test. The Dr. Dreyer called us. I remember it was a Thursday, and she said, "I cannot believe this, but Victoria has relapsed." Because of the seriousness of her relapse, they told Victoria that her next option was to receive a bone marrow transplant.
Our community really rallied behind our family and our church. You know, we even had signs, "Pray for Victoria." So it wasn't just our family, it affected everybody.
And she made it through, and 9 months later, she relapsed again.
Joellen called me, and she had just the worst news ever, and that is that Victoria's cancer had returned.
So this was 3 times she was told that she had cancer. And so we began another journey to receive a second bone marrow transplant.
Victoria at that time decided she was going to fight and entered the hospital for what would turn out to be an extremely long stay, many, many, many months. And so as a result of this extended stay, I saw that there wasn't as much for her to do as you can stay placated with as a young person.
And he asked her at that time, he said, Victoria, do you like to play video games? She said, I love to play video games.
So I put the word out to a website that I worked with called Sarcastic Gamer, and the online community responded in droves. What I expected to be a couple of games that might come from here and there instead turned out to be things coming from all over the world.
And we started receiving boxes of games.
We had games that came in from Asia and Europe, and
he was receiving games from all over Texas, all over the United States.
So much so that it became sort of overwhelming. Tori had to end up giving it away to other kids who were also stuck in the hospital.
She was the one to go around to be that extra person for all these other children.
It just doesn't seem right that a child should be sick. It's not right that a child stay in a hospital and that they're confined to the hospital and their four walls and they're not experiencing the other things that children are doing.
She couldn't be around other people that could have any infections. You know, when she was out, she had to wear her masks.
During this time, Victoria contracted a fungal infection, which is from a very low immune system, and she had little to no immune system left.
And I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, I'd really just like to get out of this hospital and go see Christmas lights. Christmas lights are something my family and I go see together all the time, and I can't even leave to go see Christmas lights.
We knew that during the final stages that we weren't going to have Victoria with us much longer.
We were only outside for about 10 minutes, but it was a very special 10 minutes. It wasn't a lot of talking. We just looked at lights. And after about 10 minutes, we rolled back upstairs to her room, and we had our picture made in front of a little Christmas tree. And I said goodbye. And that picture is one of my most prized possessions because it was taken just moments before I saw my friend for the last time. And Victoria passed away before I could get back to see her.
The miracle that we received was that we had her for the time that we had her.
I brought her picture, and I just put that on the table. And I said, you know, this is what we look at every day during this radiothon, during this campaign.
Victoria passed away on January 21st, 2008, after a 4-year battle with leukemia, failed bone marrow transplants, and fungal infections.
It was as a result of Tori's death, sitting at her funeral, that I made up my mind that I needed to be doing this, not just a couple days a year with a radiothon, that I needed to be doing this with my life.
Doc wanted to do something special for Victoria, in memory of Victoria. And he came up with a fundraiser called Extra Life. And this fundraiser would be for the gaming community.
It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so Extra Life was born. 1,200 gamers showed up on October 15th in 2008.
For this year's Extra Life Gaming Marathon, we're helping save kids' lives. You don't even have to be a crime-fighting superhero.
Each and every year afterwards, it continued to grow. Gamers responded by being able to game for their local hospitals. The next year, 4,500 gamers showed up, raised almost $500,000. The year after that, it was 15,000 gamers raising $1 million, and the next year, 17,000 gamers raising $2.1 million. Video games are like the #1 form of entertainment on planet Earth, have been now for quite a while.
Anyone could be involved in Extra Life.
Gamers aren't that pale kid in mom and dad's basement. They're mom and dads, they're aunts and uncles.
A young child to an older adult, to a grandparent.
You can take all that fun of playing games for 24 hours and reach out to your friends and bring them to your environment.
Or if you want to play a board game, a card game.
The funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
They might buy an isolette for a baby that is born the size of a cell phone and has to fight for its life.
I can guarantee you that money goes directly back to these children to keep this from happening again to someone else's child.
Getting involved with Extra Life is really simple. You just have to go to the website at extra-life.org, put in a few details in there, join a team if you'd like to, or create one. After that, it's as simple as fundraising with your friends and family. Let them know why you are doing this. They should know that the money you raise is going to stay local in your community.
We never will truly lose Victoria because she will live for all of us through this.
It started with a little girl in Orange, Texas.
And I think that's all we have to say for today.
All we have to say today, so
we'll see
see
you
you
tomorrow
later
at
on
news at
whatever time it is.
at Victoria's house. Bye.
All right, everybody back. X1 back, please. Bitter Breath. And a couple hobgoblins. Yes. All right. God, I can only imagine what this would look like on an actual human being table, like with folks. All right. This is mad. A lot of stuff. This is from the Platinum Edition of the hardcover. Okay. Well, we got that going on there. I have fleets of people. Yeah. I paid for it with cold hard cash. But well, I wanted to reward my consistent, loyal players with something that they probably wouldn't have access to otherwise. We raised like about, I don't know, total like $5,000, a little bit more than that over the years. Last year was close to $1,900. The year before that was $2,068. So I figured, you know, I do my own donating, obviously. Like I donated about over $2,000 last year, and but that's just because I can afford to. Some people can't, and I decided to do this to help motivate folks to play and to reward them for the fun times we've had so far. It's and plus it's kind of like we did the Waterdeep thing. We did some Dungeon Mad Mage. We're doing this now. Going to go back to Dungeon Mad Mage afterward. You know, so it's a big deal for me. So that being said, let's just throw some people in here. We'll throw this guy up front too. Cool. And again, it's very much kind of like theater of the mind for the most part. Everybody's going to be in reach of everybody because it's a Blood Bowl. And I'm just kind of organizing it like this just for the sake of separating some stuff out. Sound good? Let's go ahead and roll initiative for our drivers, especially. But everybody else should too. Okay, sure. All right. So the first guy here, you know, Bitter Breath, he calls out to the group, and he says, "My warlord will again rise to power." That's the dude up here. He says that the hobgoblin warlord, his warlord is Bitter Breath. This guy here. And with that, he goes to charge out at you folks. And I think what's he gonna do? Like, he's just got his stupid machine thing. So he's cheering section basically. He's just running around being dumb. All right. Yeah, he's in motion now. Yay. And he's going in his direction. All right. Gil. Okay. Are you gonna cast a spell now, or are you readying an action to cast a spell? Okay. And by them you mean these guys here? Pink? Great. So the Bitter Breath, he laughs haughtily. And he oh, he should have gotten some extra people too. It's fine, I don't care. He did not accumulate Bitter Breath's people, because I don't feel like running 10 billion goddamn people. But he's gonna hurl a flame. He's gonna try to attack Gil here. As he attacks, and he misses poorly. Like, that's just a warning shot. Alright, Orst. You fire up your vehicle, you jump out of your vehicle, what do you do? Okay. Yeah. You've definitely dealt with hobgoblins before. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like that. Please mark down that you have an inspiration. I want you to use them. That's high garage crocolog juk. Talk smack to him. Yes, he is the warlord, Avernian warlord. That is a hobgoblin warlord. It's just a type of creature. He is high garage. Yeah. This guy right here, he is a hobgoblin warlord. The guy in the back, he is in charge of all the people here. Okay. Yeah, like imagine like this is his main dude, right? The one in the front. That's like his champion. But this, the guy all in the back with the green dot, that's the boss. Sure. Dude, anyway, like gonna do some evasive driving, gonna like, I don't know, run around. If you just want to move the Demon Ripper, that's fine. Sure. Okay. Okay, to what did? Sure. I win. So south of down this way is what you're trying to do. Cool. All right, what's Dog doing? Sure. All right. Hello? All right, great. So this crew, he's gonna drive over, and he's gonna like bring his crew this way. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hobgoblins that are able to do things. So we're gonna use as they're getting closer, before they actually get within range, so they're not at disadvantage. You're gonna have 2 harpoon flingers, and each one has 10 total, so he is down to 8 harpoons. And I'll use I don't know, purple and the number 8. I don't know if that matters. But I don't think that hits your vehicle. You're in motion, and I think it needs a 20 to hit you. So both fail. Then the grappling claw is going to try to attach itself to your vehicle. Yes. Alright, so the target is grappled and restrained. The grappling, does it do any damage? I don't think so. No. So your vehicle is currently grappled. And when it's time for you to escape, it's going to be escape DC of 12. And now I think it'll be easier to board since you're not like juking around and whatnot. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One person will be able to jump on in, I guess. And the rest are gonna like try to road rash style smack you. I'm just gonna move him here. Oh, sorry, is that the captain? Yeah, sure. The captain, he's a very adventurous one, so he's gonna go ahead And he's gonna jump in. I guess he's gonna try to hit Chiron. You're not in any station, are you? Okay. So he's gonna make 2 great sword attacks. And I believe both will miss because of half cover. And then I have 6 attacks. And I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, cool. So not Chiron, the other 6. They're gonna try to attack 2 with a one-handed longsword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, your animated armor, they have an AC of 18. Will miss. 1 will hit for 2 slashing. Is not magical. Mesoloth will get attacked with a 7. I don't think it'll hit. A 14 will never hit. Orst. No. There are only 1 person's on a vehicle. The others, they don't fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they don't fit. So they're kind of like sticking their arms out and they're smacking your vehicle along the way. Ignore where they are position-wise on the vehicle. If one vehicle is adjacent to another vehicle, then anybody on the vehicle, like you could hit any of them, Chiron could hit any of them, you know? Just imagine the game Road Bash, that sort of thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, not necessarily surrounded, but you are grappled, yeah. Cool. So next batch of hobgoblins. This one is driving Bitterbreath's vehicle, and now they will, now they'll get right up. Oh no, you were right up on the Tormented to begin with, huh? So I guess he really doesn't have to do anything. Let's see, do I have any cool stunts I can do? The drivers are the people doing the. Oh, you're. I need somebody to handle them, I think. No, I didn't put them in initiative. So let's see. We'll go to Hobgoblin 7 in a minute. Alright, so what do you want your Mesoloth to do? Your pink. Okay, so they will not drive closer. And no, the shield, the animated armor are not drivers. They're like meat shields, basically. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll say absolutely. You can go ahead and do that. So it would kill every single one of them. Because a 25 poison, and they have 8 health or 11 health on average. Oh wait, the captain might be alive. Well, he will be alive. Captain Pink. Cool. I'll do his saves then. And he got what's the DC? Is it DC like 13 or something? Let's find out. Sorry, for some reason the character sheets are not correct. DC 11. All right, cool. So yeah, he passes, and he'll take half of that damage then. Ooh, that's still a lot though. All right, that's that guy's turn. Worst, you went, Imp Dog went, Hobgoblin went, Mezoloth gets to go. All right, so this Mezoloth can do a thing. You want him to cloud kill as well? Okay. So let's go with the cloud kill. All right, even better. 29 damage is what it'll be if they fail, so they cannot take that. I'm gonna have it not like do that, just because like we're saying everything's emotion or whatever. But it's not gonna matter too much to be honest with you. So, yeah, cool. That one had all hobgoblins in it, so like they're gone. Yeah, the vehicle is grappling you, not the people. So you're still like you're attached to the vehicle right now. Like you're attached to a tow truck, basically, you know. But you'll be able to escape. It's only a DC 12 or whatever. You have to use your check or whatever. All right, great. So blue and pink have used their cloud kills. 7 gets to go. Your vehicle's currently grappled. So let's see what we got here. Sure. They're gonna try to attack the driver 2 times. I don't think. Nope, they didn't crit, so they're not gonna be able to hit. Once more, since he doesn't have to move, and he's gonna miss. Great. All right. Yellow batch of Mezoloths. Cloud kill, is it? I mean, cloud kill is very obviously the thing to do at this point. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, so you have 3 cloud kills left because one dude uses. So unless the big boss is poison immune. So yeah, you are able to kill after 2. You're able to kill 2, 3. you have one more person able to do things, but he's got no drivers. And let's see what spell he's got. Darkness, dispel magic. Or just drive. Yeah. So the last one will be the one that just drives closer, I guess. Sure. Does not hit. All right, your turn. Okay. Okay. He passes. Seemed like the magic had you know, it was like he seemed resistant to it. Like yeah, he was resistant to your magic. Uh-oh, we lost Chiron. There you are. So yeah, he passes. Okay. Hobgoblin Warlord. Oh yeah, the only one who's been safe. Let's see what I can do with this guy. Not really much. He's gonna go ahead and try to. So I don't know about you guys, but the Devil's Ride, it's got two things it can do. It can like juke around and drive. So it's not really good for doing anything except like maybe getting onto stuff. So I guess that's what he'll try to do. I don't know. He'll just road bash. He'll try to attack Smiler. Why not? And he'll use like a one-handed longsword or greatsword or whatever it is. 3 melee attacks. 1, 2, 3. Sure. He was showboating and he's just hanging out, I guess. But he did get hit one time. The other 2 attacks were at disadvantage. Or not disadvantage, but they just crit failed. So yeah. A stunning 5 damage to Smiler the Defiler. Damaged for the first time in all of the combat. Alright. Kill. Sure. I'll add him into initiative, but I'm not worried about it. Thank you for letting me know. Sure. Just play it as however you wanted. Unfortunately, your large mouth does not reach in and get him. Aw. Alright, so are you trying to strike at the guy or the vehicle? Alright, the guy. Sure, yeah, that hurts. Ouch. You bludgeon him around a bit, and he takes damage. Yeah, between the poison and the tail, it's not doing so good for him. All right. Bitter Breath will get to go, and he doesn't have as many options as I would like him to have. But he's got a tail too, so he's gonna get out of get off the vehicle, and he's gonna fly towards Smiler, because if he can't, he's gonna try to take somebody down. But anybody who'd like to could try to make an attack of opportunity. Oh, except for the Gigantosaurus. Sorry. You're engaged with the bottom group, not the... Yeah, ignore those. Good. Yeah, that'll hit. Forced. He does. He is a devil. So, damage is it? What's the total? Okay, 42 damage. Bitter Breath will go ahead and attack with its fork, and with its tail, 2 with the fork, 1 with the tail. I finally get a crit, and it's on this schlub. And it will be a lot of damage, but he's got a lot of health. So 24, 34, 40, 55 damage. But Smiler's still smiling. Smiling away. He's not even bloodied. And he's gonna engage in battle with Bitter Breath. He's gonna try to smack him. Like, oh, I'm gonna be the ultimate warlord of Avernus. Ha ha ha. And he's gonna cast oh, wait a second. Does this make someone prone? Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And we'll do a save. Hopefully it works. He is resistant to the magic, but he still needs to make a whiz save. So he'll have advantage on this and wind up failing. So he is prone right now, laughing his brains out. And Smiler says, like, Joker, why so serious? And tells a funny joke. And Bitter Breath is laying on the ground there. What do you want the Mizloth to do? He can drive. He can dispel magic. Darkness. Teleport. Head to the other double ride. Great. So he heads over to the other devil ride, and the animated armor tries to jump on and hit this guy. Actually, he doesn't. He's not going to jump in. He's just going to try to, attack him while he's in the vehicle. We got cover situation going on here. You're next. What you gonna do? Yeah, but you can use your turn to escape. Okay. Okay, yeah. Go for it. Prone Fiend. Sure. So this is in total 38 damage. Okay. Anything else? Okay. I gotta clear my chat, but if you'd be so kind as to tell me how much I need to take off this creature. Alright, another 52. He was bloodied before, and now he is more bloodied. Alright, great. Sure, yeah. They will go ahead and do so. And they'll use their turn to try to get the vehicle out. Yeah, and they're no longer parked. Alright, Imp Dog, you want to help out with something? Okay. I think they have advantage already, but... Okay. Okay, Mesaloth is driver, the blue one. You want him to do anything, he can transport the animated armor over and they can do some stuff. Cool. Bringing her over. Animated armor is gonna, I don't know, try to grapple the guy. So animated armors, a 3, so I don't think I can fail. Alright, yeah, so that animated armor did nothing. This one right here, it can bring a bunch of stuff over. And the demon grinder, there's a prone creature here. So, I think they're gonna try to run over this guy. Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna use the demon grinder and they're going to use their crushing wheels. And any large or smaller creature must make a dex save. He's incapacitated. I think he automatically fails dex saves. Oh, no. He was until you hit him, right? Tasha's hideous laughter, so. Oh, did I forget, like, damage for you or something? So should something have been crit? Because of Tasha's hideous laughter? I think so, right? Fall prone doesn't incapacitate. It can incapacitates them for a time period, doesn't it? Let's see. Tasha's hideous laughter. Wisdom saving throw or become incapacitated. Oh, for the duration. Oh, and every time it takes damage, it can try to save. So yeah, it would have been an auto crit, I guess, because of incapacitated. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, can't actions or reactions. Got it. Yeah, you're right. Alright, but he can't take a reaction. I feel like he is on the ground. He's gonna need to make a dex save, so I will try to do a dex save. He did just fine. He got a crit and roll out of the way. Did not get crushed by the wheels, but there's a bunch of people on this vehicle that can try to do some damage. Wrecking ball. Yeah. Between the wrecking ball. Oh no, the wrecking ball missed. Great. What else we got here? 16 did not hit. We'll say the harpoon flingers tried. Unfortunately, they wouldn't crit, and even if they did, that 4 damage there. Because it's a ranged attack, unfortunately. And we'll say there's somebody on a chomper. And that's enough. Target reduced to 0 hit points by the damage, is ground to bits and spit out through pipes on both sides of the demon grinder. Any non-magical items the target was carrying are also screwed. So he just gets like wood chippered away out of existence. Then the Hobgoblin Warlord, he sees this and he's like, "No, can't be." What do you do, Chiron? How do you end it? Chiron, I cannot hear you if you're trying to talk. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. And as Bitter Breath gets chopped into little bits and is splattered all across the blood bowl. Really, it looks like the blood bowl is filled with chili right now. And now there's a bubbling blight that causes this guy to break out in pustules and scream in horror. And Smiler says, "Watch this!" As he takes his bike and like in the splattering and like writes his name like in cursive using his motorcycle, using all the ichor or whatever, all the leftovers of bitter breath in the middle of the blood bowl. The crowd breaks out in cheers, and Mahadi is he gives a nice like golf clap, out of respect. Uh, well, he never loses. Mahadi, in the end, wins always. And Mahadi goes, and the winner goes to the Defilers. And actually, it'd probably be a little bit more like, I don't know, grand or whatever. But you guys get the point, right?
Congratulations, Mahadi. Brings you another wonderful entertainment extravaganza. The winner of the Blood Bowl, Smiler the Defiler.
And
and don't forget his Lucky Liars.
And when he mentions the Lucky Liars, you start to hear,
All right, calm down.
some booing and jeering and whatnot. People are starting to get super rowdy.
And for our winners, I shall award Smiler all of the vehicles of the losing gangs.
And so all of these vehicles go to Smiler the Defiler for being leader of the gang. And Smiler grins and he says, you couldn't have done it without you. He says, your reward. Come with me. We'll have a couple of drinks and relax in the Infernal Rapture. How can I help you? But of course. They're no. Now they're part of the gang. Yes, of course. You wouldn't want a bunch of Mesloths without a contract. They just go around being mercenaries for, all across Avernus, causing all kinds of trouble. We don't need that. But for you, I would like to give you one of the Inferno vehicles of your choice. Fair enough. I'll even give you a few soul coins to fuel it. This one is about out. Hell yeah. And so he gives your group 6 soul coins. Sure. And yeah, so you receive the infernal vehicle of your choice, 6 soul coins, and he says, well, let's go ahead and rejoice and enjoy the spoils of our win. And once you guys are doing that, Smiler and Mahadi are talking quietly. Mahadi has like a very like sly grin, and you can see Smiler, he still has a smile on his face but slightly sad, I like a satisfied one, but like, ah, man, as he hands over uh 6 or 7 or whatever. He hands over a bundle of pink slips. You can tell that he is handing over these Inferno War Machines to Mahadi. Looks like Mahadi still won, after all. You gotta make money somehow. So I think we're gonna do a little bit of fast forwarding. If you have anything you need to do at Mahadi's, cool. If not, gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the bell situation. The rods. Yes. Yep. Yeah, and give yourselves full rest and all that, obviously. Well, you're gonna need to fuel this one. This one is about out. If you wanted to, it would only take 1 soul coin, and it'll give you 1 soul coin. We'll give you 72 hours on that one. Uh, the demon grinder grinded that this guy. He's not a demon, but you know. The question is, what's your intent? Do you guys have any Icar? Yeah, I think it just like fans the flames. Okay. Sounds good. Alright, so if you're gonna go to Bell, you're using a coin in the Gilded. Is that the case, or are you using the one that already has? Okay, so you have one coin used for Gilded. I don't think that Mahadi would do something like that, but maybe Smiler would. Mahadi's like straight up businessman, right? So, like, he trades in coins. But anyway, so yeah, like maybe Smiler will, you know, defilers and all. Sounds good. So this vehicle's up to 72 hours. Roll a 1d6 to see how long it takes you to get to Bell. Oh, beautiful. And this is you driving Horst or Chiron? Alright. Great. Yeah, that sounds fine. Whatever you like is good for me. Yeah, that was a Platinum Edition encounter. If you wanted to buy anything before going, that's cool. You should be full up now. You know, you get a long rest. So, do it that way. Yeah, they spent pretty much an entire day getting to the, excuse me, the wrecked flying machine, or wrecked flying fortress. And then with this taking an additional few hours, it's definitely, you know, time for a rest. They haven't had one in a while, so. I mean, you're welcome to not if you'd want to. But then we start getting into the whole Constitution saving throw, and you're all awesome, so. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The one, Orst, you're the one who dropped it in, I guess? What's that? The coin, to start up your vehicle? Yeah, yeah. You have David Silvermeadow. Is the name on there. And, it seemed like he was, you know, you get the feeling that this guy was, you know, a trickster. But this is his last trick as his soul gets consumed. Yeah, like he was definitely one of his students at one point, but he was nowhere near good enough to stay. So Hallister definitely kicked him the fuck out. Alright. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you earn 6, 1 on fuel. So the way I would manage it is whoever is going to manage it, like, put that on your sheet. you know. And when I ask you where it is, and you say, "Oh well, I'm not evil, so they're in my vehicle," that's fine. All right, whoever wants to handle that, that's on you guys. I'm good with it. The reason I say on your own sheets is because it is a consumable magical item, kind of like potions. And so, like, let's say, whoever said they have them isn't here next session for whatever reason, and then the group doesn't have them. So. But anyway, I'll let you guys handle it. That's on you. I mean, what I'm saying is that like it's not. I'm not keeping track of them. Is all I'm saying. I got 50 billion. Yeah. So. Yeah. It's you have to put them on your sheet or whatever, and it's not. So, but you are allowed to leave them in like the hold of the vehicle, right? So, it's combined just for the purposes of we're in the game and it's in the vehicle or whatever. But you know, you know who is the owner of each one is all I'm saying. He doesn't want to chomp up David Silvermeadow's soul or Aaron Willow's, and not a jerk like some people. Right. All right. So here goes with that. Yeah. So you're able to head to Bell. No problem. Got your guy leading you, the other imp guy. And Bell, uh, greets you back at his place. With the fire giants and whatnot, letting you pass, and everybody knows that you're with the imp. So no worries there, no fighting. And Bell sees you and asks,
Oh,
Back so soon? So what are you trying to say? You came back empty-handed, huh? Well, I'll just have to shake you down, I guess. So, you actually came back with the rods. I see. I'm actually kind of surprised that you brought them back. I honestly don't want them. If I have these rods, it just implicates me in a plot against Zariel.
And he's speaking to you in his, in the mind, telepathy wise, right? And out loud, he's like saying things like,
I will eat your soul.
Or whatever.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. So, it's reasonable to think so. Well, how about this? Why don't you take those rods to Elturel and stick them in the locks along the companion's equator and see what happens next? The companion, the dark thing that used to be bright and sunny outside, dragged Elturel into hell.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like this will help to help his cause in dethroning Zariel.
I will make good on my promise to reveal the location of the Bleeding Citadel.
Okay, but I urge you to look for the sword quickly before the Bleeding Citadel is swallowed up by Avernus and the sword is lost forever.
Forever.
Oh no, not Zariel and the sword being lost forever. That sounds horrible. Let's go back and recover the sword before we go back to Elturel.
And he gives you the directions as to where you gotta go. It's pretty dope. I like it. Yeah. So you roll 1d6 to see how long it takes you to get there. Okay. Law of averages, I guess. But that's 65 hours remaining. No, where were you? You're at 71. Yeah, 65. Great. And so with that, that actually will end our chapter 3 adventuring. And it will bring us into chapter 4 territory. But we have 12 minutes until we get into the 3-hour mark. So I think we'll end it for today. Would you like an encounter? It might take us a little over 3 hours, but I don't think that I want to head into chapter 4 quite yet. It's up to you. Yes, we can get to 3 hours, or do you want some kind of like actual encounter? We can do some role play. Yes, to make it to the 3-hour mark. We're not gonna go all the way to 4 hours. I'm not sure. I just didn't know if you guys needed it or if everybody's on like a time stop for leveling. Yeah, so it would be, well, you're way beyond the scope of that. Like, so at this point, characters should be level 11 by now. And if you're not level 11, then level up to level 11. Otherwise, level, based on however many hours you had. That's how it would be. Chapter 4 and Chapter 5. Sure. I'll just double check, make sure my, whatever AL says is correct. So that way we can do this the right way. I want to make sure that I am 100% in line with this. So leveling. Level. Advancement. Characters gain 1 level once they've completed an adventure. In hardcover sessions, they advance as you decide, or when directed by the adventure, or after 4 hours of play, or 8 hours at tier 2 to tier 4, to a maximum of 1 level per session. Characters advance to the next level at the end of the session. You can decline if you choose, postponing advancement as long as you'd wish. I will say, you know the rules as to what you're allowed to do, and do what is most right for your character. I feel like that's the most fair thing to do, yeah? Character should be level 11 by the time we start this next chapter. But if you're above that, I don't care, because that's not wrong. I do. I want to, after we do this adventure, I want to do tier 4 stuff. So after, and I was considering doing tier 3 modules, but I don't know. We'll have to see what what you guys have decided to do with your characters at that point. I'd prefer hitting tier 4 at the end of this story, at the end of Descent into Avernus. That's what I think I would prefer. But it's up to you guys. You have a billion characters, you can do whatever you want. That's the nice part about AL, is that you have a bunch of portability and decisions to make and whatever, right? Hey man, it's a lot of fun for me. So I'm not saying this stuff like flippantly. Like I don't care at all. The thing I care about the most is that we have a fun time playing these adventures together, and we get to test out all the things the nice people have written, and improvise where we can. That's what I care about. I hardly play, so it's not like I don't do it for like rewards or anything like that. I kind of do it to for the charity thing. That's a big draw for me, right? But other than that, it's you guys really. So I'm just I'm just here to do some adjudication every once in a while and do some storytelling. So what's up? Do I have a tier 4 character? Yeah, got a couple and a billion. I have all the rewards if I needed to. Probably make one right now. So so silly. Oh yeah, I love Greg Marks's adventure, his writing style. Nice. That'd be dope. Um, Chiron, you have any words of wisdom for us? You have anything you want to say? Oh no, that's what's that say about the Lucky Liars? Oh no. Honestly, if you make a cafe press like Defiler's like tank top or t-shirt or muscle shirt or whatever, man, I would love to see that. I'd probably rock one. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it's. I mean, they do have some artistic flair. I mean, you saw how Smiler like had a wizard on his Devil's Ride, man. So, what about you, Gil? You have anything, any words of wisdom for us? Any did you learn anything today that you care to share with the group? Oh shit. This is such a bad like well, I mean, you really truly capitalize on the fact that Mezalots are mercenaries, you know? So that was a beautiful play on your part as a group. Like you read about them, Yugoloths in general are fickle fiends that inhabit the plains of yada yada. And then they're fiendish mercenaries. Some Yugoloths demand much for their time and loyalty. Whatever promises they make are quickly broken when a better opportunity presents itself. Mesoloths make up the bulk of the Yugoloth population, and violence and reward are the fundamental drives of a Mesoloth. And powerful beings that promise one or the other can easily attract them into service. So, I mean, I feel like you guys it's a little on the nose with you folks, you know? You literally banished away a powerful necromancer and to not come back. And then the hobgoblins, they're not immune to poison. They're extremely susceptible to it apparently, so they're all crowded on this damn thing. Yeah, these guys they pride themselves on being strategic thinkers, the hobgoblins, but the Mesloths did them in quite handily. I didn't expect it. But hey, I mean, Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was sick. I was pretty sick. And this, you know what's great? What I love about this is that there was no way for you to know what was going to happen because this was, I mean, there might have been a way if you had played in the Planet of Adventure before, but this was I didn't even know what we were going to do today, right? I didn't know I had this planned and I had another thing planned depending on what you decided to do. Um and hopefully you didn't feel pushed into this. Like I offered the imp to say, to go into to Bell instead, but you know, Chiron was first on hand to go to it, and all the pieces were in place, dude. It was ridiculous. I was hoping to see a little bit more about the new rules. I saw that you did the one Orst the for the Adventures League. What's it called? DDAL 0012 Infernal Encounters. Hmm. I mean, you might see the Impaler at some point, but I don't know. We'll see. Hmm. Well, so the nice thing about hardcover is that you can pretty much throw in almost anything so long as it's thematic, right? Um, as you noticed, I've mixed in a bunch of the Cult of the Dragon stuff in there, and there's some of it. There's a hint of it already in the adventure. You see it in Baldur's Gate, but from there you don't see much of it, right? But I mean, why wouldn't Cult of the Dragon do something here, right? So, so I feel like it's thematic, and according to AL rules, I'm allowed to. What I can't do is give additional rewards that aren't found elsewhere. I can move stuff around. That's about it. Anyway, so I took a look at some of that, but I don't like. So sometimes there's pieces that are allowed to be like this document like we'll say document A can be used in AL. However, only chapters 4, 5, and 6. Chapters 1, 2, and 3 are not AL legal. And I'm not saying that for this document that's the case, um, because I don't think it's in the ALCC yet. But specifically, if you take a look at the chapter 4, that that looks like it's gonna, that it is 100% AL because it has rewards I can give out or whatever. I'm not 100% sure about chapters 1. Well, really, chapter 1, maybe chapter 3. So, you know what I mean? Like we still kind of need it to be spelled out because there's some stuff that I would like to hand out, uh, but I'm not exactly sure I can yet. Do you follow what I mean? So, like for example, like we have other AL DDAL 00 content or whatever that allows the use of some background information or whatever. Oh, but you can't you like DDAL 0006 Lost Laboratory of Qualish. Um, there's a bunch of things that can only be used during that adventure. There's a problematic item in there that's not suitable for Adventures League play in any form. So on and so forth. So, I'm hoping that we get some more guidance on that in the near future. That'd be very good. Specifically, like some weapons that are in there. You know what I mean? So, anyway, Guys, got anything else for me? If you want to leave a quote or whatever of something you learned in the Discord, I'll add it to the time counts thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been putting, some of the quotes people have left on that page for posterity's sake. So, only got a couple. I think. Actually, today was quite appropriate for Orst. Orst, check time counts and see what your quote was, and let me know what you think. Time counts, what we've been putting in or organizing our events. Timecounts.org. You know what? Yeah, when you sign up for the game, if you go to like the main page or whatever, the hub, if you scroll down, like it should say Critical Fun Charity Gaming, and then having fun is critical because I'm a nerd. And then scroll down, then you'll see me stealing the D&D motto. Truly, D&D is where friendships are forged at the table. And then Kobold said, talking hats are jerks. Then you have bribery is always the answer. Griff, I love my hog. 5 minutes later, sob. So on and so forth. So I'm trying to add your random ass quotes in here because I think they're fun. It worked today. I mean, it couldn't have been to better effect. But yeah, the next time in session 13, Lucky 13, right? We will be doing chapter 4, The Sword of Zariel. So thank you very much for playing, guys. I'm gonna bail. I'm a little under the weather. I'm gonna drink some hot tea and snuggle up and try to get my beauty rest. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.
Hi, guys.
Oh, God. Oh my God. I've had the volume off for like my desktop audio off the last hour and a half. Why does nobody tell me these things? All right.